They're saying, oh, this person had a relationship, that person had a relationship. But is it appropriate for name calling? We believe no. Are such conversations to be discouraged? Can they be? I think I just answered the same question because can this conversation be stopped? Not really, because we always idealize the lives of celebrities. So technically, you can't just be like, oh, let's not talk about anybody besides the people that we know, and let's not name call them. But I do think that if we educate people that let's not discuss their life distinctively like you know the person, and let's not label them because that's inappropriate as it is. Is this problematic even if the woman is not around to object? I believe it's more problematic if the person isn't there because they can never defend themselves. What about others, not part of the group, who observe this interaction, name calling, can they be offended? As a standby person or just an observer, yeah, if something inappropriate happens and you feel uncomfortable about it, you do have the right to object. But a lot of people shy away from it just to not make the situation uncomfortable about themselves. So, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, one request. I know that there are a lot of pondering questions, but you don't have to go through all the questions when you're sharing, but in summary, you can say what can. Yeah, thank you, but that was very, very insightful. Okay, the next group.
So here we have a situation. During an interdepartmental meeting of a company, the managing director looks at his marketing and sales staff and remarks that it shouldn't be difficult for them to get the customers since all they have to do is smile and look attractive. So I believe, and their points to ponder is this remark a joke? Should the woman in sales team feel flattered? Or is this remark sexist? Is sexism the same as sexual harassment? What message does it give to other employees, men and women, and to other potential leaders? Is this comment indicative of a healthy workplace environment? So yeah. Do you feel? Do you feel it's a sexist and a discrimination against women? Because we dress up not to look attractive to anyone. We dress up just to look polished and groomed when we come to a workplace, and everyone dresses according to that. So yeah, to get the customers, that's not a point. That's not just one thing. As an object, and they cannot think like if you're looking attractive, you can get the customers. So of course, that's a sexist comment. Of course, that's a discrimination and not a sexual harassment. I think that's a way more different than discrimination.
And you kind of start self-doubting because of that as a woman, like what the other client, if it's a male client, what they are thinking of you. So I think that's not a good remark.
Yeah. And also, a managing director is authority in power, and he is using such language to.
So it's not a safe work environment.
It's not a safe work environment. Thank you for that. Yes. We'll skip that line, but we'll come back later. But we'll go here to the classroom. Whichever group is ready in that side.
So we have given a case where it says a husband and wife work in the same team, but the husband reports to her, he ridicules her and aggressively reacts to her during team meetings. He repeatedly exhibits such behavior in front of colleagues. So according to you, is this a posh complaint? If yes, how? What steps will we take? So it is a kind of harassment. You shouldn't be doing that because she's your boss in office anyway. You need to stop.
Boss, therefore you shouldn't have that.
No, in any way. Why would you want to harass somebody in your team? My teammates suggest that you should file a divorce. Initially a warning would be good, but if the behavior is repeated, I think it's time to, kick the person out and actually file a divorce.
office party, Mitali noticed that Siddhant was getting a little too touchy with a new intern, and it's concerning her. She was visibly uncomfortable. So if I were Mitali, I would go talk to the new young intern and ask her if she's comfortable talking with Siddhant or not, if she felt anything wrong or not. And if she is facing this uncomfortable feeling, as I noticed, I would go with her, I stand by her, and I would convince her to stand for herself. You shouldn't sit quiet. You have to stand for yourself. If you're uncomfortable, just speak it out. You shouldn't be silent because if you're silent now, it will lead to somewhere else, and the misunderstandings would happen, and he would take an advantage. And that wouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen in a workspace because it would create a mess later on to delay it. So I think I would try to convince her to stand for herself. If she's not ready or scared of doing that, I would stand for her.